Hey gang, long term or hard use review follow up of the Fallkniven F1. Sort of, I guess you'd call it a camp knife. This is more of a companion knife if anything. I've used it for about 9 months now as what is probably my primary blade. It sort of took the place of the more bushcraft black for me. It's sort of the knife I'd put on my belt whenever I was doing anything that I might need a knife at. So it's done lots of just yard work. When I'm doing garbage sorting, like when we moved house and you have all sorts of boxes and stuff to break down, things to sort of destroy and take apart, primary blade for that. Oh no, of course it's been on hikes and walks and that sort of thing with me as well. So it's done all the camp type tasks like making pot hangers and that sort of thing. So I'll just talk about the different parts of the knife and how they've held up and what I think about it. So we'll start off with the blade. The blade's a relatively short 4-inch blade. This blade is pretty much a do-all for any sort of task I've found. Very, very good grind on it. It's a full convex, so even when you need to do some light little bits of chopping, it's because it's got that axe-like grind, it actually does it, not too badly. The knife naturally doesn't have the weight for heavy-duty stuff, but say if you take off a branch of a tree and you're breaking it down to get wood chipped up, and you know how you just take off all the leaves and all the skinnier stuff just so you can chunk it all down the chute a bit better. This is a knife I've used for that a fair few times, and I found that done pretty well in that respect. It's good for carving, very good carving grinds, the convex grind, especially the full convex. It really does bite in, and you can get sort of just by, like most knives, purely by changing your angle though. You do need to sort of, I think the angle you need to go in is a bit steeper because you do need to sort of compensate for the curve away from the wood. But once you get it just right, it's just does wonderfully well at carving and fine slicing and things like that. The spine of the blade is also sharp, so you can use that as a secondary scraping type bevel, and you can run a fire steel off it if you want. The steel's very, very good for outdoor use. It's VG10 is the edge, so that's pretty. It's got a Rockwell of I think about 60 odd or so, so it's on the harder side, 59 to 60 I think. But even the impact tasks, it's held up very well. And you can see obviously signs of use on this, but I could wipe this off pretty well. There's no actual rust on it at all. It's that's just tree grime and just general crud from using it. Blade, very, very good. The handle, I still really like the handle, super comfortable. I think it's been usurped by the SOG Tsunami, which I'll probably roll in on some other clips that are playing while I'm talking about this knife. SOG Tsunami is probably the most comfortable handle I've got, but this used to be what I deemed as the same. Still very much a comfortable handle, just nice and plain. I like the simplicity. I don't like knives that force me to hold them a certain way with finger grooves and choils and things. Not generally anyway, unless they're done just right. I don't use the lanyard hole, but I guess if you're into lanyards, then that would probably function just fine. It is a little bit far away from the base of the knife though, so you sort of are getting a lot of wasted lanyard space just there. The finger grip, the choil, whatever, I guess whether you call it a guard or a choil, is just that rather small little lip there. So this isn't a knife for stabbing, probably not hunting, anything like that. A good solid grip will do fine in most sort of hard use situations though, and that is rather grippy, sort of rubbery material there. The base of the knife has this, focus there, has just a tang that extends through, and you can use that for sort of hammering purposes. You can break out bones with it, you can do tent pegs. Cedric and Ada had bones that have stuff in the middle, and so I just broke them up so they can actually get the stuff in the middle, because you got to the point where they couldn't get to it. So breaking bones, hammering tent pegs, cracking rocks, all that sort of stuff. It's no worse for wear. I think I've overstruck on a couple of tent pegs, and you can just see the handle material sort of cracked a little bit there against, I think, some hard steel or rock or something like that. So that's fine. It's all just part of the life of the knife, isn't it? And the use. This knife's about $180 in Australia. It comes with a Zytel sheath for $180. You can get it with a leather sheath for $170. I'd go with the Zytel sheath though, because it just has a few more durable properties to it. It's on a quite loose belt loop, so it does sort of slide up and down your belt a little bit, but it's kind of got this two-step security system. It's got a little plastic latch in it that kind of holds the knife in the interim, and then it's got a really positive nylon strap that goes across it. I just really like it. It is a little bit rattly, but I mean, I don't care. I'm not stealthing anywhere with my knife. As this has remained my primary blade, I can see a custom Kydex for it on the horizon, so we'll see how we go there. $190, $180. You can get the one with the 3G powder steel in it for about an extra $150 or something. But really, for the edge holding, a slight boost in edge, I'd probably not spend the extra money and just be happy to sharpen this one. Best thing about full convex, you can sharpen on pretty much any belt sharpener. Just use a bit of a finer grind because you don't want to alter your blade shape or anything like that if you do it wrong. But any belt sharpener, you can do it freehand. You can, if you've got a guided work sharpener, that's fine. But even a bit of sandpaper, if you've got a belt sander, just treat it like a strop. And really, unless you've really abused your edge, a strop's going to be all you need anyway. So there you go. Overall, a little short video, but an update nonetheless. Definitely worth the money. There's some larger blades that you'd probably want if you're doing more hardcore stuff. This is a very stout knife, and it's not going to, it's not ever going to fail on you because it's a 1/4 inch thick and it's just made of hard, good materials. But just things like when you get to processing large wood, or if you want something of a self-defense against wild animals type factor to it, you probably want to go something bigger, like favourites of mine are the Sog Tsunami and the K-Bar Heavy Bowie, which is I should be rolling into frame right now. So you do need a couple of extra blades if you're going on a longer trip. This won't be a one tool option. I like this and a small forest axe. That's my favourite little adventure setup. So this for small forest axe and a folding bow saw or something similar really does the job for me. But overall, I really can't say too many negative things about the Fallkniven F1. It's certainly done me true. And thanks very much for watching, and it's got my wholehearted recommendation. See you later.